Listen. If you are an American who believes there is a God, then you probably believe that America is still the greatest nation on earth. Hopefully, you also recognize that we need a moral, spiritual revival before a political revolution can be planted in fertile soil. It just makes sense. Are you with me? Please subscribe to Daily Tea at www.dailytea.us/subscribe. Rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. Commentary by Dr. Robert Owens. Last week I offered 5 simple solutions that could turn this ship around. First, jettison the empire to save the republic. Second, declare our energy independence. Third, end the de facto amnesty. Fourth, end the centrally planned welfare state. Fifth, grow the economy instead of the bureaucracy to bring back prosperity, opportunity, and hope. Does anyone realistically think the two-headed Leviathan in Washington will implement any of those? No matter who is elected, the bureaucracy will maintain full speed ahead into the iceberg of collapse. In other words, these fixes may be easy to propose. However, they are impossible to implement given the current toxic climate in Chicago on the Potomac. Look at the Planned Parenthood scandal for an example of how degraded our society has become. Secretly produced videos clearly show Planned Parenthood leaders laughing and joking about harvesting the organs of babies and selling them for profit. The supporters of Planned Parenthood respond by saying that the videos are heavily edited. Then we learn they were edited to take out things like taking trips to the bathroom and ordering food, and that forensic experts overwhelmingly find them authentic. The advocates of abortion on demand do not dispute what is said. They dispute the manner in which the information was obtained. Progressives will argue for the personhood of chimpanzees because their DNA is a 99% match to human. Yet they deny the personhood of babies in the womb that are a 100% match. These types of dichotomies and absurdities among our ruling class remind one that hypocrisy is the tribute that vice pays to virtue. Look at the current presidential demolition derby. The Republicans clearly favor people who are not traditional Republicans. After looking over their establishment, mainline Republicans and the rank-and-file members of the party are asking, isn't there someone else? I believe that if someone else was on the ballot in the coming primaries, they could well win. As it is, since they must choose from people actually on the ballot, after dismissing him as a reality star, the betting is beginning to move towards a Trump win. Mr. Trump is a big man with big ideas. Unfortunately, most of these will need big government to accomplish, and the hope for a return to limited government recedes a little further from the realm of possibility with big government advocates on both sides. On the Democrat side, we are witnessing the Clinton restoration, and America is heading for a sequel to the golden 90s when character didn't matter and White House interns were fair game. Hillary, after her original courageous testimony concerning Benghazi, summed it up in her words, "At this point what does it matter?" Continues doing her whitewater stonewalling routine to the applause of her devotees. The handwriting is on the wall, and we may have truly reached the tipping point where whoever wins the Democrat primaries wins the election. 18 states have voted Democrat in 6 consecutive elections with 242 electoral votes. University of Virginia political scientist Larry Sabato said the hurdle for Republicans doesn't look any better if you count the underlying votes by citizens, not just the electoral results. Democrats have also won the popular vote in 5 of the last 6 presidential contests, Sabato said. The demographic shifts heading to mid-century are all pro-democratic. Add to this that the illegal migration invaders are being dispersed to red states combined with court-ordered motor voter status, and what is coming is a tsunami of undocumented Democrats to turn the red states blue. We are nearing a mirror image of Chicago, where the Republicans often don't even bother to run a candidate for mayor because they have a hard time finding sacrificial lambs. They have elections in China. Everyone 18 years or older can vote. They get the chance to choose between a communist and another communist. This adds up to an election in name only, or a distinction without a difference. In America today, we get to choose between one of two members of the twin-headed party of power. Whoever wins, the government grows and more power is concentrated in Washington. Clinton, Bush, Trump, or Sanders, whoever wins, the bureaucracy continues to wield extra constitutional power, and the founders' dream of a limited government grows dimmer. Seeing what is happening to our American heritage is like waking up one day and realizing that eventually all of your prized possessions and all of your memories will end up in a landfill. This all reminds me that a pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Sounds depressing, doesn't it? In the world, we have little hope for change. We are on an express to national suicide, and the fix is in. This is why I have written my latest book, Political Action Follows Political Philosophy. This book was written because I believe once liberty is extinguished, it may be generations before the light of freedom will again burn bright. I wrote this book to be a seed for future generations, so they will know what happened to the American experiment and provide the philosophical foundations for the rebirth of limited government, personal freedom, and economic opportunity. Because the vast majority of human action reflects the thoughts, beliefs, and feelings of the actor. There have always been and there will always be those whose actions are erratic or divorced from reality. The actions of this small minority are best ascribed to pathology, not philosophy. For the rest of us, we think, therefore we are. What we think about today we act upon tomorrow. The dispatches from the history of the future contained in this book convey the basic political philosophy that I believe will one day re-inspire our nation to stride upon the stage of history with another round of liberating political action.